Hey Capricorn, thanks for joining me. This is the Rockstar Coach. I appreciate you being here. I am here today with your general reading for October 2024. And yes, I know I am a little bit behind getting this out to you. I had family in town and I am one that lives in the moment. I always want to make memories and spend quality time with the people that I love. And so, I did just that. I didn't have time to get all of the readings out, but I am here now. So let's get into it. This is a general reading. I do offer personal readings. So if you are interested in that, there is a link in my bio. Check that out. Today, I'm using one of the very first decks that I ever got, the Mystical Wisdom card deck, and a score that I found in a used bookstore by Doreen Virtue, Ascended Masters Oracle deck. If you are anywhere and see a Doreen Virtue, easy for me to say, deck, pick it up. I mean, even if you already have it, pick it up and gift it to someone else, because you cannot just go out online and buy these anymore. So if you find it, get it. And quickly becoming one of my favorite decks, Animal Apothecary. It's a newer deck, but I'm obsessed, quite honestly, with the colors and the not only the illustrations, but the simplicity of it. It's just really beautiful. I hope you like it too. And then if you've been here before, you know I end all of my readings with the power of surrender. So let's get into it. Capricorn. Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for October? Messages for their highest and greatest good, please. Okay. Just going to get another card here. Feeling like they want one from another deck before we get into the energy of this card. Just taking it in as I'm shuffling. Feels like there's been some chaos around you lately, and you've been really trying to see the positive and like understand the lesson. It hasn't been easy, but you've been kind of, if here's the line of positive and negative, positive over here and negative, you've kind of been like right here. You've been kind of right on that line of, well, I could look at this and learn the lesson and be real positive about it, or I could just be real pissed off. Okay, yeah, great. Thank you. So the first card you got was Confrontation. Pick your battles wisely. And this is what I was feeling like, you know, you've had some chaos. You're really trying to take the high road. You're trying to keep your head up. It's been difficult. And you're not quite there yet. You're not quite through that, I guess the battle. You're not quite through the battle yet. And I typically don't like to use the word battle, but even, you know, it's even here. Pick your battles wisely. It's like that person that just gets under your skin, gets on your last nerve, right? It's like you've been trying. It's kind of like I can see you gritting your teeth and just smiling like, okay, Spirit, how much more can I take? How much more do I have to endure? How long is this going to be? How long do I have to be here? And so you're really putting a good effort into it. You're what they're saying is don't allow that weakness to come in and get you, let you fall back and say things you'll regret, do things you'll regret. Like in this time of confrontation, whether this is something that, comes up all of a sudden and it's like kind of this thing that erupts out of nowhere, or if this is something that has been brewing for a while. It feels, for most of you, it feels like it's been brewing for a while, and something kind of comes to a head. The situation finally is starting to come to a head, and you're like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. But I want to show you these next two cards because they answer that question. Let go, bury, and almost there. Okay? So, you are, not only are you almost there, but in order to get there, you have to let it go. You have to bury the hatchet. It's like, okay, I am deciding to take the high road here. I am deciding to not give up. Okay, this isn't a spirit of giving up. It's understanding that sticking to your guns in this situation, it's not really going to do anyone any good. Will it make your point? Sure. But will it make things better in the future? No. No. Because that person is still going to be the same person. They are not going to learn from this. They are not going to change from this if you fight it out, if you like hold firm. This is one of those times where that pick your battles. It's like, this one, you don't need to fight. Just let this go, bury whatever it is that's going on or that came up, and move on, because it's only going to irritate you more, and it's only going to kind of hurt your soul, hurt your spirit, and it's going to take your energy, and like it has been. It takes your energy away from the things that are good, that are positive, that are moving you forward, that are, that make you happy. So this battle is not even worth it, is what they're saying. Don't even go there. Like where it is now, just put an end to it. Like seriously, just put an end to it today. Like for some of you, you know exactly what I'm talking about because this is going on now. For others of you, it hasn't happened yet, but when it does, immediately nip it in the bud. Just let it go. For those of you that are in this now, make that phone call, send that text, go to the next cubicle and have the conversation. Just do it. Let it go. You don't, and this isn't about like you having to apologize for anything, because it feels as though like really neither one of you are. It's not a matter of like right or wrong. It's a difference of opinion. It's a personality friction. So there isn't a right or a wrong here. So there's nothing to apologize for unless there's been some words said or maybe some actions, that might need an apology. But beyond that, it's not a right or wrong situation. So it's just a matter of, hey, we see this differently, and I don't want to have this tension between us. I don't want to have this friction. So can we just agree to disagree? Can we move forward from this? Can we let this go? Can we bury the hatchet here? Okay? Because you're almost there. You're almost there. And there's no reason to stay stuck in this energy. There's no reason to stay in this tension and this confrontational energy that you're living in. It's like every time you see this person, every time you look at your phone and it's that person's name, every time you open your email and it's that person's name you see, or every time you go to work every morning and you see this person, or you see their car in the parking lot, or maybe this person is in your household or your family, right? There is no reason that this needs to continue feeling this way. When you're almost there, you're almost to a point where you can say, you know what? I get it. This is who they are, and this is who I am. And this isn't right or wrong. It just is what it is. And so there is no reason to battle. There's no reason. I feel like this needs to be here. Okay. Let's see what else Spirit has for you. What other messages? Well, okay. For Capricorn. All right. Beautiful. Of her. Ah, yeah, great. Okay. Flow of prosperity. Once you let go and bury that, guess what? You're freeing up energy. Energy that you have been actually wanting to put toward prosperity. Like, for a lot of you, this is at work. You could probably feel that and how it was coming out. A lot of you, this is at work. This is in your job, your career, your business. Maybe it's an employee, maybe it's a boss, maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's a competitor. But the energy that you are using for that situation is blocking your flow of prosperity. Because as we know, energy, it's real and it takes on different forms. And when we allow energy to back up, it's going to back up the flow of all sorts of things. It doesn't just affect your relationship with that person or your work environment. It affects your home life. It affects your other relationships. It can affect your health. It can affect your wallet, your bank account. So letting that go is actually going to bring in a flow of prosperity for you. So if for no other reason but to see more money in your bank account, do it. Capricorn, let it go. Don't be stubborn on this. It is hard for you to forgive. But here's the thing. Letting it go and burying it actually does mean that there is likely some forgiveness that needs to be given. Again, I didn't say that it was a right or a wrong thing. But in your mind, they have been wrong and you have been right. But it is not a right or wrong situation. So you really you are being called to forgive them in your own mind. Now, this is not something that I feel needs to be said verbally because, again, I don't think there was anything right or wrong unless, like I said, if there was actions or words, yes, there may be an apology on one side, the other, or both. And so if that's the case, certainly forgive, because if for no other reason, it's blocking your flow of prosperity. But we know forgiveness equals freedom. Forgiveness equals freedom. And when you are free, you are light and energy is flowing. And when energy is flowing, that flow of prosperity comes with it. Health, love, riches, peace, abundance. All of the things that we desire in our life, that we are asking for. The unforgiveness can be one of the reasons why, or how we're blocking ourselves and why the flow of prosperity hasn't come in yet. I can't wait to hear comments, to read your comments about this situation and you letting it go and forgiving and what happens next. I cannot wait for the what happens next. Positive change. So not only do you get money and love and peace and abundance and harmony and joy, a nicer environment, but you get this lesson, and with it comes positive change. This can be a turning point in your life, Capricorn. And you're saying, okay, how? How if I'm just kind of like letting it go? Well, because you will understand that rigidness, that oh, I have to stand on my soapbox, right? I have to get on there and I have to, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to back down. While sometimes that is good and necessary, this situation helps you to understand it's not necessary all the time. Sometimes it is better for you and for them and for the world if you just let that shit go. Right? If you just let it go and you don't hold on to it. And that's a thing, right? When you forgive, you can't be holding on to resentment. You can't be holding on to, they were wrong. I'm going to let it go, but I still think they're wrong. No, like it's a spirit of, if you forgive them, if you want to move on, then just move on. Don't keep any energy on it anymore. Positive change. It's bringing in positive change. Don't be stubborn. Let it happen, because I promise you what's on the other side is so much better than where you are right now. Even though being dogmatic feels real good to you, Capricorn, this is not the time to do that. Okay? Hope I drilled that home enough for you. All right. They're ready for your last cards from Power of Surrender. Let's see what Capricorn needs to surrender or surrender to. Cool. I feel like there's one or two more here, but I'm going to, okay. Yep, and get two more here. Whoa. Okay, that was a lot. They want them. Okay. Okay, they want them, so we're going to keep all of them. Let me see here. I'm going to get the story together. Okay, yep. Okay. Okay. Take them out in this. All right. Surrender to your full power. The interesting thing is that when we're stubborn, when we are dogmatic, when we are standing on that soapbox, we may feel as though we are in our full power. And sometimes, yes, sometimes that's what's called for. But in this case, this is saying your full power is actually you backing away. It's like, and I see this lion here, and I'm drawn to look back at this picture. Like, you can ride on your full power in confrontation by backing down, knowing that it's not worth it, because, and I love that it came out that way, because worth is tied to prosperity in this case, and it's not worth not, it's like, it's not worth blocking your prosperity for. It's not worth blocking your money or your bank account. Your full power here is to let it go. Call it being the bigger person, whatever you want to call it, but letting go, forgiving, and moving forward with no energy on it, and no negative energy on it. Be neutral. That's where your full power is here. Surrender to divine timing. It is so difficult for us humans to do this thing right here. But when we understand that while we are co-creators, while we do envision and we use law of attraction, and we do make things happen in our life, there's also the piece of the puzzle that says, okay, I've done all I can do. Now it's up to you, Spirit. All right, universe, I'm counting on you. I've done what I can do. I think this card even says, nope. Okay, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. That makes me go back to flow of prosperity, right? Just because you let this thing go today and forgive and clear the energy on it doesn't mean tomorrow you're going to wake up a lottery winner. Which, by the way, I have not won the lottery yet. Working on it. I've won the lottery. I have, in so many ways. It's not always our timing. Okay? So when you let go and forgive and all of that, don't get pissed off at the universe because tomorrow you didn't open up your bank account. You don't open up your bank account and, see the multiplication in it. Allow divine timing to come in. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. And it's interesting that this card comes out for you because typically, Capricorn, you're not a people pleaser. However, this card for you is not the same energy as typically comes out with this card, for at least for me. So this is saying you've built up this persona of yourself. For a lot of you, it's at work, right? But overall, too, in your life, you've built up this persona that you are strong. You're not going to back down. You're not going to back down from a fight. You're going to take it head on. You're not going to give in. You're not going to just let go and bury it and say, oh, well, I forgive you. Forgive me. That's the persona. Like, that's where the people pleasing comes in, is like, oh, I have to keep up my persona of being a hard ass or whatever, however you want to describe that. But no, your full power here, remember, is in softening, is in letting go. And it's not that you're softening saying, okay, you're right. No, it's softening saying, I actually am taking control here. Because this doesn't need to continue. And we don't need to continue this. So stop trying to hold that persona and please, like, your fans, Like those people that at the water cooler, they're just like coming to you to, oh, what's the latest, right? What did she say today? What did he do today? Did you see that email? Like they're wanting that from you. And you've been pleasing them by giving that to them, by feeding into that energy. It's time to stop the people pleasing and say, you know what? I'm learning a new lesson. I'm turning over a new leaf. And with this, I'm going to let this go because I'm tired of this. And even if they are not, willing to change, I'm willing to change because I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want this energy in my life anymore. And you might shock a lot of people. And some people might be like, oh, whatever. Or, what a wuss. I can't believe you're backing down. Yeah, you are. Surrendering to your full power is what you're doing. And guess what? That stress is going to be gone. That stress that you have felt for so long now is going to disappear. It really is going to be like magic. That is going to be gone. Now, is that money going to show up in your pocket tomorrow? Maybe not. But the stress that this whole situation has put on you is going to be gone. And I'm feeling like you're not even going to be stressing about the money because you know it's coming. So let go of that stress. Surrender to silence. There's a Justin Timberlake, Chris Stapleton song. I think it's called Say Something. I love the song, but there's a line in it that says something about saying nothing at all. That just came to me. I don't know, maybe somebody's listening to that song right now, or maybe, you can look it up and listen to it. It's a super cool song, but surrender to silence. Sometimes saying nothing at all is really where the peace comes in. And this is a change for you, Capricorn, because, typically you would want to fight back. Maybe this is like what's just coming through is for some of you, when you go to have this conversation, when you send this email or text or whatever, this person may, not receive it well. They might want to continue to fight and argue and jostle. Stay silent. Because again, nothing you say or do is going to change them. The only thing that is going to change the situation is you surrendering to your full power, letting go of that people pleasing of staying the same, staying silent, moving on, burying the hatchet. Surrender procrastination. It's time to do it. Send the email, make the phone call, have the conversation. Don't let another day go by without doing it. You're listening right now and you're going, oof, I really don't want to do that. I know this is speaking right to me, but I don't want to do it. Well, do it. The longer you procrastinate, the longer you're blocking that flow of prosperity. And I don't know about you, but I could use some more money in my bank account. I would like that. Might it take a little blow to my ego? Maybe. But the lesson is there. That positive change, lasting change is there for you. So what's negative about that? You're only perceiving it as negative because you've been this way for so long. And you've held your ground, you've stood your ground, you've stood firm for so long. It feels like, it feels like you're not being true to yourself, but actually this is the truest you could be to yourself, is to do this. And then in all of this, I see why they wanted all of these cards. Such a beautiful wrap up to this reading. Complete healing. It doesn't mean that that relationship is going to be healed, but what it does mean is you are going to be completely healed. And that positive change, that's turning over a new leaf. That's new life for you. This is new life for you. Complete healing. You will take this lesson because of what comes next, because of the blessing on the other side of this. You are going to be completely healed from that pattern, from that habit. Some of you will resist it because you've built an identity around that. But every day you live is a new chance to change. It's a chance to transform. Take that opportunity, Capricorn. You deserve it. You are worth it. And you have blessings waiting for you. No more blocking your blessings, Capricorn. Let me know what happens. I cannot wait to read your comments. I love to hold space for you and the community that I am building here. I want us all to support one another, hold space for one another, encourage one another. The more we do that and spread light and love, our world will change. So let's be a part of the change for good, Capricorn. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I am so close to reaching my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So help me out if you have not. I would love your support. Thank you for being here. And until next time, take care.